Yo, 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 yo. JJ, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? I apologise for that in the background if people can't hear that. I don't know if you can or not. That's just the line chat going a little bit crazy right now. But we're all good. Good. Gonna be an interesting one, I think, especially with the thumbnail. I've heard a couple of people say this thing, so I thought, hey, why not make a thumbnail and let's have a little chat about everything. It's been a while since I've done a stream, really new stream. Let's see how it all goes. Probably do a little bit of incursions, maybe arena. Got what, about 40 odd, 50 minutes, maybe an hour at the most. So let's just see how it all goes. See, it's not as fun as what Battlegrounds will be, but hopefully that'll be back Wednesday. That comes back Wednesday, and then we can go from there. Especially with streaming, because I am very, very interested to. You can hear that so badly. Okay, let me quickly mute all these chats. Quickly. It's not J-Will actually this time. I'm trying to see what chats I don't have muted. Okay, I think for the most part we should be good. No one should be posting in that one for a little while. No, it's not J-Will though. PWF, don't worry. It is definitely not J-Will. Right, let me take this off and get things going. Put that on, put that on. God, it feels weird to even remember what we're doing here. Right, I think we're about there. I'm trying to remember even how to make this work because it's been so long. Yep. Okay, I think we're good. Screens are moving. Perfect. How's it going, PWF? JJ, what are you thinking? Hit me up with your thoughts on the crystal and the rewards. Very, very, very intrigued on people's opinions, I'll be honest. Mine may be slightly against the grain a little bit, so we'll see. Quickly, let me just do a little bit more of this. Oh, no, don't start that one yet. Actually, how many hours do we have? Yeah. We'll skip a little bit more of this in the background. Star. Free. Who's got not think it's going to be used for a while. Go you. Go you. Go you. And yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I agree with that. I think especially when people do start to compare them, they'll realize they are pretty much a lot better than what people probably would have expected in the original plan. I don't think they're bad at all, if I'm honest. EOP kind of greatly inflated a market that was always going to be quite tough to kind of match up to, especially because of how many people did just Hercules the first bit and then got through the rest of it. I know myself with EOP I was quite lucky. I probably only used like maybe 35 revives maybe on my worst run. I think that was the double Juggernaut run. Probably like 30 revives. So it wasn't too bad for me personally. but I know obviously some people won't get as lucky as what I did. And because of the EOP rewards, given the rank 5 and stuff, people are expecting that. But it's story content. Like, people have to remember at the same time that for the most part, story content tends to be a little bit easier. I know Slaymon put out that tweet saying about how people need to remember story content is just like a glorified event quest, so why are people expecting monstrous, like ridiculous rewards? And in a way I agree, but at the same time, yeah, the story content is there to be accessible for all players, whether you're quote unquote endgame doing high alliance tier war, whether you're going crazy in battlegrounds and competing here, there and everywhere. Like, story content, for the most part, especially now, is just large health pools. Like, just try not to, like, you can even take a few hits now. Like 6.2 and Act 6 pre-nerf. That was a real sort of skilled story content at the time when it was first released, and a lot of end players now were pushing it. Hello Jason, by the way, how's it going? But then people, like, at that point, yeah, you took a combo from a defender, you were dead. There was the attack ratings were crazy, like, and it was a real skillful time. Now, I'm not saying never bring that back, because there was lots of complaints, and fair enough, there's a lot of people who are quite right. Jason, of course I do. Don't be ridiculous. Hello Ghost Dog, was not expecting a celebrity appearance from yourself. Thought you'd be too busy in one of the 48 bathtubs that were in your room. I'll be honest, I didn't realise this was a good time to catch you. Yeah, PWF, yeah. Like, the reworks and the story, things like that. It's always going to be difficult, and again, I think EOP kind of, maybe a couple of other things as well, with maybe even other people, there was a lot of hype around these rewards and people claiming that, like, oh, they're not going to be good enough and all of this, to which, at the end of the day, especially for most people, I imagine they probably do a lot of this content itemless. Like, it just takes a bit of time. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Like, if, like, for now, again, comparing it to the EOP, people who have the revives, like, for people who don't have revives, it's going to be expensive. And that's just the way it is. But with the content now, especially for me, for example, I know I need to, I know I get a level 2 revive every day from my 22-hour event. There's a few different ways, so hopefully, like, I know when I first did the Abyss, because the Abyss was like way end goal content on the time of its release, and most people looking at it. The Abyss was crazy in cost. It was absolutely crazy. Like, I don't think anyone was quite, well, especially first time with, like, Seaton doing it when he was on holiday, if I remember rightly. Like, KT streamed. I have a feeling like Legacy may have streamed it like a couple of hours after the others kind of went live. They went into it not knowing anything, and the cost was just crazy. So there's kind of a reason, and there's kind of a weird gap in between. I think story content, for the most part, kind of takes part of maybe having easier content, but then the rewards maybe not as great as the quote-unquote endgame rewards that people possibly are expecting constantly. Sorry, hello Chief, how's it going? Good morning to yourself. It's actually almost 5 o'clock where I am in the PM, so I need to do this a little bit. I'm just gonna quickly change this team. Ghost Dog, you won't need to. Like, maybe energy restores and stuff, yeah. And the path rewards themselves are very good for the content. I think, for the most part, again, most of them are the same, apart from now we get increased rank 4 materials per path, and the T6 basic path has also T6 class catalyst fragments right now. So that should be pretty good, pretty useful, and hopefully with a good bit of RNG, people might be able to get what they want, and some rank 5s. I know some top alliance is probably about there. Jason, coming at me with the hard-hitting questions. I like it. Am I happy with the state of the game and the changes to the game? State of the game, I think there's always the point of call where there's obviously some times you have a lot of input issues. I know myself personally, I've started to experience some champions throwing specials and my phone kind of lags for a couple of seconds, whether that's device or the servers of the game. I think obviously modders and cheats and whatever else is always going to be a bit tough, especially I know they've made changes to the arena, but that's obviously still going to tip people over the edge with a lot of people that a lot of people are still going to be bothered about the arena. Like I personally think it's going to make me grinding for milestones a little bit easier. Need to get them units up. I'm in no way going to even be close to getting anything like close for the spring cleaning and or like July the 4th offers, because that's coming up a lot quicker than what I intentionally or what I've originally planned. PWF, no, that's definitely not right. I'm very, very excited for AQ to become 4 days. Very excited. Hopefully we just do Monday to Thursday here. But again, I don't think there's any guarantee of that. So we will see. So Jason, that Yuck comment you can ignore it, don't worry. In terms of Battlegrounds, I personally don't push crazy myself. Like, I push to the point of getting to Gladiator Circuit and then just doing a few matches after there. I tend to kind of get my free wins from the milestones once I reach gold for every reset and then move on. Now, if I was brutally honest, like Jason in the chat here, for example, he has like a crazy push the first few days to try and get into the Gladiator Circuit. And I know he mentioned that in his recent video where he was talking about his Battlegrounds rewards, that he likes to like face all the top people on the way up, and that's fair enough. I don't really mind who I face for the most part. But it's just the fact of then, like, you get toward the last couple of days and you tend to sometimes see a few modders that come crazy, especially towards the high ranks, thinking they can kind of sneak through. And there's a lot of good players like that don't push, and I mean, when I say push, I mean like really, really push. In Battlegrounds, there's a lot of people that probably sit around, like, they get to the Gladiator Circuit just so they get the extra tokens, and then they sit maybe 50 to 100 points. But for a lot of people, like, the store itself is what gives so many people the main rewards for Battlegrounds and to do it. And again, with me only doing the milestones every 2 days on the reset, maybe I don't catch all of the top players all the time, but what it does give me the chance to do is it gives me a chance to still do maybe the odd incursions push, or maybe the odd arena like milestones, and not really burn myself out. I think I've ended the past few seasons. Yeah, I think I ended up at 192 PWF, I think, last time. And this last season, again, it's just one of them things where there's so much stuff to do in this game right now, and it's hard to talk about the state of the game because there's so much in the game. Like, obviously last month's side quest being the incursions give people an extra amount of stuff to do. There was the objectives, there was the side rewards, there was the really small cooldown timers, there was a lot of things to do, especially with the incursions and stuff last month. But the modders and the cheats are obviously the main thing that people are bothered about, and that's fully understandable. Like, where we can have a game full of clean players and that, it would obviously be perfect. Like, okay, we'd have the input stuff and stuff, but I think if you give most people the choice of whether they had the occasional input issues, but there was a completely different like part of the game to which everybody was completely fully clean, to which let's put this out there, like Kabam are obviously going to have to work as hard as they can, and I'm pretty sure they are, but if there was a guarantee that people could have this modderless, cheatless game, but you had the slight input issues, I'm pretty sure people would take that option. It's just a main thing that's really bugging a lot of players right now, and it's understandable. Now, I think there was quite a high profile YouTuber tweet the other day about someone that had been like kind of caught cheating, and then they sent the alliance leader a message and they kicked them out mid-season. And again, that's kind of deserved, and if they were cheating, good. And there's a lot of different things that need to happen now, especially with this crystal. Like, there's a lot of people like very unhappy with this 7-star crystal, and okay, there's no like Ghost or Hercules or I don't know, even Corvus or anyone like that, but that's probably for the best. Like, let's be honest here, that's probably for the best that there isn't any of these quote-unquote game-breaking champions that destroy the game for everybody. Like, there's a lot of champions in that pool that are going to still be very, very serious champions. And the fact you can get them as 7 stars, you can level them up at rank 1 and they'll be rank 3, rank 4, 6-star quality. That's absolutely great news. The fact that you've got people like Shuri, you have people like Bishop or Domino, people like myself who have a rank 4 Sig 200 Domino can now have like 1 on defense and then also 1 on attack. I'd love that. Like having the chance to run Domino, especially this season with her being tactic. Like, she's a fantastic attacker, and we're seeing people do Nick Fury bosses and stuff with Domino, and it's just good to see. Like, the attack tactic is actually really enhancing people. Yes, there's a couple of champs in there that you probably want to get Sig levels on. Overseer probably wants a high Sig level. OG Spidey kind of isn't desperate for it, but the higher the Sig level, the better he'll be. Who else? Bishop is obviously the same. Sauron's going to be straight off the gate, use him and abuse him. Falcon's just grab him once, he'll be usable. Grab his dupe, you're done. The fact that the first crystals are 10k each and then they go up to 15k after, for me that's perfect, because I only have like 25k shards, if that, so I can still get 2 at the start. Yeah, Jason, I know the bugs go in. Obviously, I understand that everybody needs the bugs gone. You get more than most people, so again, that's probably a very fair comment from you, because sometimes the bugs probably manhandle you a little bit. It doesn't really help for the battlegrounds and all the tournaments that you kind of enter. Because if we're being honest, like, obviously you're high war, but your priority is high battlegrounds too. 7-star Herc, yeah. Let's hope he doesn't come out for a while. Let's be honest. We don't need that anywhere near the game right now. If a 6-star Quake or a 6-star Magic or something like that isn't coming out, and then probably not coming out for a little while, 7-star Herc needs to not touch the game for a long time. And let's be honest here, like, because you could use a 7-star Herc unduped, duped once, no bothers, he would be demolishing things. Now, the fact that 7-star rank up costs have actually been announced by people, and you can see that the 7-star rank 2 rank up cost will actually cost more than the 6-star rank 5. Still gives people an incentive for a while to be going for the 6-star and still ranking at the 6 stars. The fact that you have the T6 basic and T3 alpha and whatever else as just standard rewards for exploring the content of 8.2. That's really good too, because it gives people the choice of would they rather focus on a 7-star if they get the one that they like, or would they rather put that into a 6-star, rank 4 towards a rank 5 if they're going to be that close. There is lots of options like for people to have and do out there, because the 6-star rank 5 takes 3 T6 class catalysts, 6 T6 basics, 6 T3 alpha, and 3 of the T5 class catalysts, whereas a 7-star rank 2 will have 4 T6 class catalysts, 7 T6 basic, 7 T3 alpha, and 4 T5 CC. So every single one of them is more expensive for being able to rank up a 7-star. Pardon me, apologies for that. Than what it is to do a 6-star to rank 5. Now the pool as well. So obviously, like I joked, there was the SSX crystal. Sort of a lot of people thought that and were saying that. There is some champions that I'd get and I'd be like, oh, goodness sake, why have I ended up pulling this one? Like, okay, she's had a few buffs, but I don't really see myself using Gamora too much. Don't really use Gambit too much. Literally just took Storm Pyramid X up to rank 3, so if I get her, I mean, I guess it saves me ever using rank 4 materials on her. I'll just take her up to level 1. Well, level 25 or level whatever in the rank 1 standard. Wong, I have him 6-star. Not really kind of like had the chance to play around with him too much and rank him up, but if I got him, hey, I would happily take him up and level him up. Absolutely no bothers on that one. Shuri's getting the buff, which everybody seems to be a little bit more excited with the Shuri buff than what they do the Atuma buff. Jason could probably tell me his opinions are different there because of his what should we call it? His invested interest in Atuma. Mysterio I would love to get as a 7-star quite early on. He would be very, very nice. Oh, I think I just got the last one of that. Doesn't actually put me opening a couple of these up. Oh, I could open a couple of 4-star relics. Who else would I really like to get? Sunspot would be okay. I mean, my 6-star is max sig as a rank 3, so I'd have to see it be different kind of matchups and reasons. Who else? Obviously Chavez is, well, Chavez. Very interesting champion, especially at the moment. She seems to have her fans, and when her fans are using her, they go wild. She has people that hate her, and they go wild when they see her. And then she has the people in the middle who just appreciate the chance to use them and are quite happy that they're a champion in the game, that they can utilize the sort of buff control and power control that she brings to the table now. Joe Fixit is an incredible 7-star champion to have in that first pull. One pull of him, maybe get the dupe the first time, and he is good to go. He will save a lot of people who are very much Joe Fixit fans who maybe don't have the resources. He will save people a lot of them basic resources to have a very good power level and be able to use him. The Killmonger, Korg, who else is in there that I was thinking about? Yeah, kind of for the main part, them two. Yeah, okay, they need high sig, but yeah, okay. Like if that's the compromise, I have to do them two. That's fine. Iron Man Infinity War just needs the one dupe, and then you'd be happy to use him. Like fine. Let me just grab this quick so I don't forget later. Like also the Mysterio with the Penny synergy, that damage is going to be insane. Lots of people did the Spider-Verse challenge in the Abyss for Karina's Volume 2 to do so many of the fights because of the poison. The other lethal gases are always producing the poisons off the heavy, so you didn't have to constantly refresh them. It gave Mysterio a fantastic power increase. Sup Zuka, how's it going? I think for most people the main dud in there is obviously Venom the Duck, but again, I wouldn't really be that bothered. If I got him, I'd probably just have a fun with him in incursions. Maybe smack him into AQ every so often, but we'll see. Like, for me, as someone who doesn't have many shards at the moment, I'm quite fine. I'm really happy with the way Dragon Man and Hulk, they're probably going to be amazing straight off the bat if you can pull one of them two. They're, especially because of Hulk's new buff. This is just like the lowest, one of the lowest difficulties Zuka. I'm literally just like simming it for just some background, and also because I do it every month with the extra energy to still get some extra units for exploring and completing. Just so it's at least some extra units that I can kind of use and abuse. Okay, Jason, there is. Yeah, of course. It's not a question, mate. Don't worry about that. You've got stuff to do. I understand that. So I need to shoot off in like 20 minutes ish. Anyway, to go to my next commitment. But just have fun with a champ that's illegal. It's an interesting one. I think, and this might sound really weird, but once I took a step away from like the highest possible thing of war, and took a step back from okay, Jason, yeah, I can try and reach out to a couple of people in the CCP. Probably might not listen to me because I'm not there myself, but I can sure give the message across. I know they have a few things that they're working on anyway in the meantime. But yeah, once I got to the point of kind of having the extra break as well for the honeymoon, like remembering that it was just a game, that was the main thing kind of that brought me back to it is just a game, like it's fine. I actually personally think the 8.2 rewards are fine, if I'm honest. And again, I'll go for it again, Zuka, just because I think you got here a little bit later. Like story content, for the most part, tends to be a little bit easier than what your end game Abyss at the time or EOP on first release and stuff like that tends to be. It's not as sometimes it's champ relevant, but not really. Again, they seem to have found quite a nice niche in the content where you can use a few different champions, and people tend to have fun with whatever champions they want. Like I imagine a lot of people will do what Legacy is going to do for 8.2, especially people that are streaming content and stuff. They'll probably even try and look at doing 8.2 item list. They'll use different champions. Myself earlier, I pulled Massacre for the first time dupe, so I need to take him to rank 3, mess around with him, play around with him. I recently used Titania in War, and got reminded by another YouTuber that I wasn't quite using her right. And I appreciate that feedback, so I now know I need to go and practice that a lot more. But it's one of them things. Hey Bitter, how's it going? I think people were way overthinking, Zuka, what the rewards were going to be for quote unquote the difficulty, the time, the effort. Like, I don't think you'll see a 4 to 5 if we're being honest, apart from maybe some offers, and that's like if you spend heavily some offers, I don't think you'll see that until maybe like 8.4, sort of like exploration for the whole act, something like that. You might get it in 8.3, but even then I could imagine it being maybe like half of the generic materials towards a rank 5 push. But I wouldn't be expecting a 4 to 5 gem. Yeah, I wouldn't be expecting a 4 to 5 gem, if I'm honest, anytime soon within the main story content. Just because it's not, and Bitter's kind of said it there. Like it kind of comes to the point of it's kind of rewards to difficulty and time, and yes, that's Bitter Steel. And oh, did you Bitter? Oh, okay. So if people want to see actually how to use Titania properly, please go to see Bitter's channel and his video. You probably already subscribed to him, but just in case you're not, please go to him, because he will show you actually how to use the champions properly. I am personally just collecting resources right now. I only have, I don't know how many rank 4s. I'll take the rank 5 Ranger on top. So I have 16 rank 4s, including Ranger, and I'm currently set with an extra 2 that I can do, but it's just the thought of like I'll kind of do what I can, what I need to at the time, is more the thought process of it. Like if I need a rank 4 champion to do something, then I'll rank 4 them. If I can hold off and maybe wait out for a rank 5, then I'll do that again. It's going to help my prestige and help my whole account. But I'm probably so far away from a rank 5 right now that the thought of it hasn't really crossed my mind. So while I can still do things with my rank 3s and even like compete against some people with rank 4s while I have rank 3s in Battlegrounds and things like that, I'm just kind of just sitting happily somewhere in the middle, Zuka. I've not dedicated myself to, right, okay, I'm going to do an extra 4 rank 4s, or I'm going to save for my first or second rank 5, should I say. I'm just sat somewhere like, we'll just go with the flow. Yes, JJ, I ordered the takeaway tonight as the good lady was out. So she's back tonight, so it will not be another takeaway, sadly. But I respect the Chinese food tonight. What are you getting exactly, though? Do you know? Do you have like a standard order? Or and thank you, Bitter. I appreciate that. I just need to get better with champions again. And especially in off-season, I know I'd say the last season, but again, it was kind of coming off the back of things. I do want to kind of stream a bit more and learn a bit more about champions. I need to do a lot more testing of champions and preparing myself to use different champions. The fights that I used Titania for were pretty simple, so I didn't need to have any advanced sort of knowledge of her or anything else. If I had needed anything, I would have asked the officers and whatever they assigned it. But for the most part, I knew I could solo them pretty easily, so I didn't really panic or struggle. Okay, yeah, well, I imagine most people in here are Bitter fans, to be honest. His English accent is a little bit better than mine. He's a much better player, and we're very, very happy to have him in my battle group of SSX, and he's killing it, to be fair. Matt, where are you with each class of T6? Oh god, probably nowhere, because I missed out on a lot of the higher rewards for last season, because I was in that like Platinum Free Alliance, but I enjoyed my time there. It was good, it was chilled. Bitter is very much part of the UK takeover, by the way, from the Midlands. So or are you talking to me, Zuka, or Bitter? Bitter's a little bit, it's not like he's too far away from me, but a little bit. So that's where I am, Bitter, in terms of Catalyst. I am so far away from any rank 5. it probably hurts. Now, if I had to choose someone from each class, however, so if I had to choose, do you want me to pick another Mystic, or can we just leave Rintra as my one Mystic? Or do I need to pick another Mystic Bitter? Oh, thank you. Yeah, just the Midlands, like Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire kind of ish way for me. Yeah, mine's kind of mixed up a little bit from my time down south when I was younger. It kind of still has a little bit of a slight twang in my accent, but it's, for the most part, I think it's gone. Okay, so for Mystic, I have no doubts my next one would be Longshot. Like, he is just a joke, and the only reason I didn't take him to rank 5 already instead of Rintra was because, one, I thought Rintra would be better for Alliance War defense, potentially, and two, would be he would constantly be banned in Battlegrounds. I love using Longshot in Battlegrounds, and they would just instantly take him away. There's not many people who would see a rank 5 Longshot and just think, yeah, that can stay on the board. Almost everybody would be insta-delete that champion. Zuka, he is incredible at rank 3. I have done some crazy numbers with Longshot in Battlegrounds. As a rank 3 Sig 180? Yeah. But he, obviously each rank only increases his power and just how much damage and stuff he can do. So, yeah, without a doubt, wouldn't even think about it. It would be Longshot. Especially for SSX right now, we already have a lot of absorbing mans and whatever else, so Longshot would be a pretty good option. Tech. If I had to pick someone, I think it would be Warlock. I think Nimrod does crazy damage, smashes everything he needs to at rank 4. He's rank 4 Sig 200 right now. Penny, there's just a lot of counters now compared to what they used to be, so she doesn't really hold that defensive value as much as she is now, sort of like a great dual champion in Battlegrounds. A lot of people she is killing so many different champions now in Battlegrounds because people are starting to use her on attack. So Ghost, I only just got duped like less than a week ago, so I've not really still used her that much. She's currently rank 3, only Sig 20 and 28. So yeah, maybe if I was lucky enough to pull a really like star-studded champion like I don't know, like a 6-star Vision or future Ant-Man, maybe we can change things in the thought process at this point. But I think right now for my roster and who I have, I'd probably go Warlock. For Tech, Cosmic. Now again, there's a lot of good candidates for this, but I think personally I just want to go for Null. Null for me, especially if you're running an equity often, is an absolutely fantastic defender, can do a lot of damage to people on attack, very versatile champion, good resistances to damage over time. He just ticks a lot of boxes. Hey Vega, how's it going? Okay, so free to play, no, but spender, very, very little. So like the most I normally tend to spend is like just the unit deal offer to get the extra units, just to kind of make my life a little bit easier come these big event weekends where you can obviously get the unit offers. But no, I think the most I've ever spent on one offer alone is like 25-30 quid maybe, and that was, I think, 'cause work gave me like a Google Play, because I was on Android at the time. I think work gave me like a so much Google Play voucher for doing some hard work or something in the month. So I think I spent it on an offer. Then I treated myself. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like maybe like a very early 6-star rank up bundle or something. But yeah, I've only ever spent really like the $5 a month. Don't buy the sigil, just because of the position we've had, like trying to buy the house. We were getting married, so all them things was like, right, okay, and then obviously saving for the honeymoon that you've seen the pictures and that from. So it was like, right, okay, let's just be good with money. We'll enjoy the things in life outside of the game, and then maybe when money's a little bit better, then I can spend a little bit more and splash out in the game. So for the main part, that's kind of always the way I have been. I haven't seen Dewey's 7-star tier list. No, ping me online or something. I'll have a look quick. So we've done Cosmic, Tech, Mystic. The rank 5 of my choice for Mutant. I'm actually a little bit sad I didn't get a Mutant. If I'm honest, would have been Domino. Would 100% have been Domino. I wouldn't have even thought about it twice. She would have instantly got that rank 5 gem, and I would have enjoyed every single moment of either watching her destroy someone in Battlegrounds, or, but yeah, on attack or defense, or even maybe getting the chance to one day eventually use her in war. I'm pretty sure if it's a rank 5 Domino, my officer, TJ, who has also put out his recent war video, where he gets to call himself Moron a couple of times. Just a heads up and spoiler, if people want to go over and watch that, you will enjoy it. Oh, there's TJ. Look at that. You speak about the devil and he appears. So if I did Domino to rank 5, I imagine he would have took her straight away for defense, but she's pretty good. Skill. Now, skill's a tough one. I have so many champions that I'd love to rank up in this class, but I just can't ever seem to have enough resources or want, like, kind of just that need to press the button. TJ, we're talking about like potential rank 5 champions, what I'd want to do from each class, and the reason why. I'd like to take Valkyrie up to rank 4, I'd like to take Kingpin up to rank 4, I'd like to take Black Cat up to rank 4, Blade up to rank 4, like, and everything in between. I think rank 5 wise, I'd just go Nick. I would definitely just go Nick Fury. He's just so good. Like, I can't play Valkyrie like Bitter does. I won't probably ever get to that level. Like Bitter, Gnar, Fintech, people like that. They're just nuts. They're absolutely nuts with Valkyrie, and fair play. It's beyond incredible what they do. I did pick up, like, I remember being away on the, I'm sure it was when I was on the honeymoon, because it was Valentine's week. They dropped that, like, romance offer deal thing, and I did buy that. I think it was like 1,500 units or something a pop for the Awakening Gem and the Sig Stones. I did buy that twice to be able to take Valkyrie up to Sig 200. But again, she just sits at rank 3, Sig 200, and does a little bit of work for me here and there. Hello, Agent. How's it going? But yeah, I think Nick Fury would be the instant rank 5 choice. And then with Science, I think I'd actually be stuck. Because there is a few champs that I'd quite happily do. I'd love to. Void would be a great option. He'd be absolutely fabulous to take up to rank 5, and pretty sure he would kill everything so quickly. He's ridiculous. Scorpion is an obvious choice for everybody. Quicksilver is the prestige play if you really want to go down that route. Spot's obviously incredible. Everybody using the Spot. Human Torch, I'm not even going to consider it because he's an instant ban in Battlegrounds for me anyway. Nobody ever gets to use Human Torch, so he gets banned. Yes, Agent Nia. 5 wars left of the season. See how it goes. To be honest, it should be interesting. I think for a lot of alliances, they're quite excited to kind of get the season done and see what the new tactics and that are for next season. Titania, yeah, of course. She would be potentially. Well, you'd be going back to the gym, Agent. It won't be hibernation. It'll be back to the gym. She would be, but again, she's unduped. Right now, I'm thinking she's going to come out in the 7th star crystal. So if I get her, luckily, say out of the basic crystal, for example, this one will probably just stay at this point forever. And then, yeah. The 7-star Titania can come out. We'd be smacking things up with her. And she's in the basic 7-star. So when she comes out, when that comes out in, I think, did they say it was like, I'm sure it was like next month or something. It would be straight away. Titania can just stay as a 7-star. We will leave her there quite happily. This one will stay somewhere around here, just used as arena fodder where I need her. And yeah, I would very much enjoy life. Again, if we go to look at this crystal, let me just have a look at this quick tier list that JJ just sent me online. Give me 1 second. So, they've said that the best champions in there are Bishop, Falcon, Chavez, Domino, Sunspot, and Korg. I disagree. There's nothing in this quote-unquote E-class. I don't think you can put Shuri, Hawkeye, Mangog in this F list. It's a little bit nuts to put that. A list is pretty good, to be fair. You could probably move a few of them Bs up to the A list. The OG Spider-Man and Mysterio being in the D list, that is harsh. I know couple of crazy fools who may have taken OG Spider-Man up to rank 4. BMcG is obviously one of them who's putting out some fantastic content in terms of showing people what this OG Spider-Man can actually do. He's also doing it with the future Ant-Man too. I think he's just got some weird obsession with Spider-Man characters, but we'll leave that here. Terrax and C, okay, yeah, DLL kind of ruined Terrax with Absorbing Man. Killmonger and C, yeah, it's going to take a while to get sigged up, but if I pulled Killmonger twice, had the 7-star, like 7-star Sig 20, I'd probably still use him on attack if people told me to use him on attack, because once he has his dupe, he still then gets the reverb to increase his own attack rating. So you can literally just parry a hit, trigger the reverb, and then just do even more damage. So especially with the stat focus, I can't really see, like, especially if you get him duped once, why you wouldn't at least level him up as a 7-star. Probably not rank 2 just now, but at least level him up so you can use him and have fun with him, because he's a very good champion. Put him with the... if BMcG appears now, there is something weird in the water. Let me tell you. If if he appears now, I've been talking about everybody else and they just appeared. Very, very weird stream. Wiccan and Hulk and Dragon Man, Titania, Mantis, Wong, Joe Fixit, Venom, Elsa, Gore. So many champions there that will just have such a good use, because they'll be 7-star, like they're basically rank 4 6-star equivalent. So you're going to be instantly just right, I've got them, beautiful, open my first 2 crystals, 10k a pop, 15k a pop after that, like bosh, give me these champions. There's 36 champions. So although the acquisition of 7-star shards, especially for people like myself who maybe don't spend as much as other people, will be tough, like this is realistically now the best chance to be able to get some of these champions that you're probably going to get for a while. So be sure TCN are going to be hunting that Surfer. Agent hopefully still in the chat and probably will back me up. They've probably already been very excited in the chat talking about the 7-star Surfer. Hopefully he'll back me up. We saw obviously yesterday, spoiler alert, hopefully everybody was in the stream and saw it because it was a really good stream put on by Kabam, who got a lot of interest. I think there's like 9 or 10k viewers at one point in the Twitch chat. Obviously Terrax was the very first 7-star to be given out. So we all know that Terrax is a lot better with his dupe. We've seen some people like TJ and that, for example, use him in Battlegrounds a little while ago and show him just in a really, really, really strong light of what he could do against some champions. So he is also a very good double standard. Yes, Zuka, the 7-star sassy HP will be nuts. He will be absolutely wild. But I think there's a lot of champions there that people aren't really giving the respect to, in terms of, okay, they might not be, oh my god, this is the best champion you'll ever use in your life. But especially because they'll be ranked 4 6-star equivalent, they'll be very, very strong. And you'll be able to use them straight away. Again, the stat focus thing is going to help you. So if you have someone that maybe doesn't have the best sort of crit rate or something like that, but you want to slightly increase that crit rate to get a little bit more damage, then the 7-star gives you that opportunity. If you want to slightly increase the adrenaline factor, the stat focus gives you the ability to be able to do that. Like, there's so many things that these 7-stars are actually enabling people to do, because of the high 6-star standard that they're going to be hitting when they arrive in the game is incredible. For the BG rewards, let me show you. I think I just read them. So I was quite low in a weird place in the solo one, so 2,763. I think I only hit like 400k, if that. I have so many of these to use. I just don't ever seem to have enough time to be able to play Battlegrounds that much. Yes, you have seen that right. I do have like 21 of these keys. So I am going to be doing another stream some point soon, where I need to spend all these keys, so please keep an eye out for that. Chief, yes. So a rank 1 7-star will be a rank 4 6-star equivalent. The rank 2 7-star will be rank 5 or maybe just above, because the rank 2 7-star takes more resources than a 6-star rank 5. So I imagine that they will kind of acknowledge that in the same sort of respect. Hello Bean, by the way, how's it going? I did see you in the chat, I promise I didn't miss you. So I was quite low on that one. Battlegrounds, this one. So 1,035. So I think that's just Quantum 2. I think I just missed Quantum 1. I think, something like that. So I was like 30 odd spots out of the last spots of Quantum 1, I think. Again, I didn't really have a crazy push. I just do the milestones every 3 days. I might do a little bit more next season and try and burn a few more Elders marks where I can, because I need to. But apart from that, like, I haven't really been going crazy in Battlegrounds to kind of just get enough points to get the Quantum 2, Quantum 3, maybe a Mysterium here and there finish-ish. Get them extra tokens for the extra 6 stones, and then be ready. Because I have so many champions that I need to sig up. Ghost, Absorbing Man, Spot. Also have some stones somehow ready for when Zemo drops into the game, because he's going to be everywhere. Yeah, it's an interesting time, especially because the Battleground store is so good for giving a lot of different like stickers. It's an interesting one to get all of your rewards, from your 6 stones to everything else. As you can know, I'm that cheap and that tight that I only still have my 1 standard deck in Battlegrounds. So yeah, I was trying to save up my battle chips for a while to open the battle chips up to get like an extra 1,000 units at one point, and then I could just kind of buy the second deck and not feel so like quote unquote guilty to myself. But then I opened them up and I ended up buying I keep buying these rank up tier 1 class alloy things because I'm desperate to try and get my relic prestige up just a little bit, and I just can't seem to get any of the classes that I actually want. So that's pretty annoying, but it is what it is. Like I'll show you. Look, so alloys. So my only 5 stars right now relics are Hulk, Vision, and I duped Storm. So I have 2 Mystics just sat there, waiting for 1 more tech to take up Vision. I have 4 skill and 2 cosmic. So if I could pull a skill one next, I would really appreciate that. Hello Tobias, how's it going? But yeah, JJ, what have you ordered? Chips, gravy, and noodles. Oh, okay. I mean, that's in terms of spiciness or excitement, that's probably towards the lower scale. But we can, us UK folk can appreciate a good like chips and gravy. Oh yeah, I think me, Bitter, and TJ were talking about this the other day. Actually, I'm sure we were only talking about chips and gravy and stuff the other day. Yeah, TJ's there already. Look, see, personally, I had cheesy chips last night, so I had that. Yeah, no, TJ, we know what your food habits are like. We know you wouldn't have noodles with them. See, JJ, look what you've started. Now you've got bitter or hungry too. So I had that last night. The pizza was pretty good. Smashed that down, the hatchet, no bother. Because ideally, if I can bring this prestige up a little bit, like I'm now at 615 relic prestige, so it has taken me over 17k now, which is quite nice. The account is pretty steady. Like, again, there you can see that my highest relic's like a rank 2 storm. Just missing a couple bits, but then I could do this. In fact, I did actually have 2 more 4 stars to open, didn't I? So let me open these as like the last little bit of the stream. Yeah, that's all done. Gold crystals can be opened at some point. I've already opened like 3 of these today, and I'd say my only good one was like Masakre dupe. I'd say that's about the only good one that I got. Oh, I got a Gwenpool actually too. I got a first time pull of 6-star Gwenpool, who when I first started playing anyway, like the 4-star Gwenpool was like incredible tier of champion. Like she was one of the ones that you were desperate for because of how good her bleed damage was and everything else. So let me open these, and then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to shoot off, just because I need to go for a good hour or so's walk to be able to do anything else. So, ooh, is that new? Yes, that is new. Nice. That's an extra champion that can get one of them. But yes, I was in a call with people yesterday when we were reading the list of the champions, and yeah, it seemed to go down for the most part quite well. Yeah, Tobias, exactly. Like, Gwenpool and Hyperion were just, they were levels. They were your Ghost, your Hercules, your everything you could have ever thought about back in the day. I remember doing every single grind possible in the arena for the 4-star versions of like Blade, Medusa, like all of these champions were just, everybody constantly wanted them. You were grinding for them. I think the first grind I ever did was a Doc Ock, and I missed him by like 20k score or something. And then I just went crazy with the grinds after that to make sure I could keep picking up as many 4-stars as I could, just to really help my champion acquisition. Because like right now, for example, in my roster, I have quite a big gap in terms of, let's just use my 6-star as an example. I have quite a big gap in some very, very like quote unquote essential champions for people. Like I love a Cable, Cassie, and whatever, they'll all come out in the future featured. Crossbones, again, I'd love a Crossbones. I'd love an Iceman with that buff that's coming soon. Would love to get this guy. Part of the reason why I'm opening the Mutant and Skill Crystal. Icarus would be okay. I wouldn't mind an Icarus. Juggernaut's pretty much the only Mystic now I'm hunting for, but he's pretty much the only one. Again, no disrespect to Dr. Voodoo, he was an absolute banging 4-star champion at the time. Everybody was desperate to get the 4-star Dr. Voodoo, but I'm just not that bothered about getting him 6-star right now. If he comes to the account, would love it, but right now I'm not really too fussed about him. Would quite like a Kraven just to be able to finish off the 6-star sort of Scorpion, Agent Venom, Kraven sort of synergy team. Give him a bit of testing, try him out. He seems to have a good little usage. Misty Knight, I would quite like to get a Misty. She would open up a few doors, especially in Battlegrounds, for a lot of people that don't sort of like deal with her very well or understand her quite well. And the fact that she can go permanently unblockable, she's kind of a little bit crazy. Mysterio, again, if I can't get him as a 6-star, Caban, please give him as a 7-star, and I'll forget he even exists as a 6-star. That's fine. Honestly, I can make that agreement with you. Shake your hands right now. We'd be done. Professor X is a champion I've never really been that bothered about. If I'm honest, some people live for the guy, some people can't stand the guy. I just haven't really spent much time using focus on them. I think I ranked a 5-star up, I think, for the Mutant Abyss run that we had to do for one of the Karina's challenges, but apart from that, I've never really used him. Cersei would be nice. Again, Sauron is a 7-star, so we can shake hands now. Just give me the 7-star. Forget the 6-star. This champion even exists. Silver Centurion, I used to wind all GT40 up all the time, telling them I was really desperate to get this guy. I would like to get the guy. He probably would go to rank 3 and have some fun and have a laugh with him. But that used to be a good little bit of a joke that I used to have with all the guys. Strife would be nice to get. Still don't have the champion either. Swedia would be making some really sad noises right now. Still don't have that 6-star version of the champion. Lady Jane, would be making lots of extremely sad noises right now. Seeing that I didn't have a Lady Jane 6-star in my roster. Toad and Ultron, I would absolutely love to get these two. As 6-star champions, I would be over the moon to be able to get them. Thanos is one of them champions. Yeah, he's a weird one. You kind of want him just to, especially the highest rarity for the trophy bit of it. But yeah, Chief Crossbones is crazy, absolutely crazy. Like, he can do so much, especially against hero champions with the high sig and the shrug off ability and the ability accuracy reduction. He can hit crazy numbers. Some people that I know are lucky enough to already have this champion at 6-star. Really hoping to potentially see some gameplay from them on this champion, so we can see exactly how they're going to fare in the game with the stats the way they are. We should be very excited to see a little bit of gameplay hopefully on this champion. Not going to expose their name, other people in the chat might, but hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of them. Some horrible officer in SSX won't just instantly steal them for defense, and we can maybe sneak some or see some sneaky gameplay action in Alliance War. But yeah, in terms of that, that's about it. Like, I made a list a while ago of all the BG's champs that I was missing and sort of wanted the dupes for, because there's even so many champions that I'm just so shy of the signature ability for. Like, obviously I only got Gwenpool earlier. OG Spidey would be a nice dupe to get. Hulk would be a nice dupe to get. Angela would be a nice dupe to get. Who else? Red Hulk, I'd love to get him duped. Titania would be a nice dupe. Korg, Blade would be nice dupes. Guardian would be a nice dupe. I actually really want to get the Black Cat dupe. Just so she could maybe do a bit of a situation in defense as well if I was ever desperate for her. Because then she has the ability to evade off an intercept, and that can really catch people out sometimes. And it also gives you that stability when you're using her on attack. So I would really actually quite like the Black Cat dupe. I do like using her, especially for a lot of things in BGs. For the most part, I kind of prefer her to Falcon. For the most part. There is obviously still some situations where I don't. But yeah, I would quite like that. Don't know, Mr. Fantastic dupe would be really nice to get. Obviously the Chavez dupe would be nice. Stark Spidey dupe would be nice. A-Bomb Ham. Spider 99. Oh, there's so many dupes. The Wiccan dupe would be nice. The Spidey Supreme dupe would be nice. Yeah, Black Cat is very satisfying, and like I know KT took his to rank 4 and started using her in Battlegrounds. I've seen him. I tend to lurk around in a lot of KT's Battleground streams. I don't really tend to talk much because I'm kind of at work at the same time as like multitasking. But I tend to see him really doing really well with Black Cat, and I think for the most part, Fintech's crazy takedown on Yusafa's bounty hunt on the Overseer was pretty nuts to see with Black Cat. It was very, very quick. I know he spent a lot of time doing it, but it was still a very, very quick fight. So yeah, we'll see. Like Guardian, I'd really like the dupe for. I was opening so many cosmic and tech things and tech nexuses and whatever else to try and get between Guardian, Ghost, or at the time Infamous Iron Man. I was desperate to try and get him as a his dupe, but now really I'm looking for like Stark Spidey or Guardian dupes. Like Shuri, now she's had a buff, will probably go up to rank 3 at some point. She's already 660, so I don't really need to worry about that. But yeah, the others need Sigs. Ghost needs Sig Stones. There's still a few others. Quickly look at this Chief, and then I'm going to have to shoot off. I recently pulled 6-star Guardian, a Mega Sentinel, and Archangel. Okay, first of all, congratulations, because they're 3 pretty strong champions. Already have them all as 5-star rank 5s. Ooh, okay. Currently focused on Act 7 and getting Paragon. Should I let them sit on the side for now? No, I wouldn't say let them sit on the side. Like if you can fund the way to get them to rank 2, rank 3, obviously at that point you then get the benefits of the extra attack. The 6-star has the adrenaline side of it too. Now, I wouldn't, like personally from my point of view, the 5 stars is probably still strong enough to carry you a good amount of the way, but we still need to think in regards to you are still going to have to and want to progress with the 6 stars after. So you still need that because the 6-star rank 4s is what's going to get you the Paragon title. And that's the main thing. You're always trying to push for the next title because especially within the Kabam stream, Aiden did mention that the Paragon sort of like title or sort of that sort of, I'm trying to think of the proper word for it. So having like the Paragon sort of milestones, that's the one. They were talking about how that was going to affect the crystals and whatever else going forward. So hopefully for Paragon players now is going to be a huge benefit to have this, and it should also mean that people progressing to try and become Paragon really get that incentive boost to again keep striving to get it, because I can tell you from this last week alone I've opened 2 daily crystals, duped 6-star Ghost out of one of them, and then got an extra 20 Sig levels on my Sasquatch from the other. So he's now Sig 100. So that's just this 1 week alone. I've managed to get 2 6-star champions just from the Paragon Daily Crystal. I've also pulled like 6-star Corvus for the first time out, well, the first time dupe out of that crystal. So for me, like pushing for that Paragon Daily Crystal, and also these 4-hour crystals here. I guess before people say it, yes, I know I have quite a few of them. I just have some weird OCD with seeing like claim a crystal. I have to just claim it. I have to click it quick. like these here give so many good rewards. It's kind of crazy how much they fund maybe some end game content or something like that because of how good the like potions are, the revives are, the energy restore rate. Everything just seems so much better in these Paragon crystals compared to what I think I still have the Thronebreaker ones, yeah. Compared to what these Thronebreaker ones were. I think that I don't think the Paragon EQ will come anytime soon, to be honest. I think you'd be waiting a good amount of time for that to come out. If we're honest, like we've only just started seeing Thronebreaker now. That took a while to come out. I know. Well, they've obviously got a lot to focus on. The thing is with this community, and the thing is that we're very, as a whole, I'm going to say we and talk about everybody as like a one big blanket situation here. This community, we're very, very quick to get the pitchforks and to start poking and start kicking off and blah, blah, blah. Now, there are some people who have very good solutions to the problems and blah, 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 and they put them forward and whatever. But there's still a lot of things in the game that we don't fully know about, we don't quite understand. And there's a lot of people who do a lot of work in the background to try and fix some of the issues. Like, I imagine people probably spend a lot of time, especially at the end of the season, normally trying to find a lot of the modders come the end of the season. I know personally I submitted a couple that I matched. My wonderful friend Manan here, welcome in by the way, had submitted one. He actually faced the same person that we suspected of modding as what I did at one point from the victory track. So we both shared them kind of forward after they reported them. But yeah, there is a lot of things, like obviously there's a lot of things in the game that we can fix, but we've got to appreciate what we have. The trolly thumbnail of me saying about the SSX crystal and that, yeah, okay, fair enough. There's a lot of champions in that pool that, yes, a lot of SSX members did get very excited to see when it was announced. But there's a lot of champions in there that every alliance should be excited to see when it was announced. Like, I don't understand all the hate they're getting because they've probably not dropped, again, the next Hercules or Ghost or Corvus or a Mega Red or someone like that, like, or Spider-Man 99 TJ. We just need to be like, this is only the first crystal. The don't you start. I did almost lose my eardrums being on a call with a few of the SSX people, I'll be honest. But there's a lot of good champions in there that will be used pretty much straight off the bat. Like, again, 6-star rank 4 equivalent when you level them up as a 7-star. It's going to be good. It's going to be pretty strong. Dragon Man's probably one of the ones that will have snuck under the radar for so many people until the robot part of EOP came out. Yo, Gerald, how's it going? Again, some of them need a couple of SIG levels, but that's here by there is what it is. For the people that have the crystals ready to pop, I'm excited to see all their openings and what they can get out of these 7 stars. I'm really excited actually to start watching the openings again and see what people get. Yeah, Cam, you know about how much it takes to rank up a 7-star to rank 2, don't you? I'll literally just talk about this and then I'll shoot off. See you later, JJ. By the way, hope you have a good evening and get all your placements sorted and get lots of kills. So because the 7-star rank 2 takes more of every single catalyst than what the 6-star rank 5 does. Simula did a tweet about it, telling people what the rank up costs were going to be for a 6-star rank 5 compared to a 7-star rank 2. So hopefully that will cater to people's needs. But I'm afraid for me, especially from this stream, Yeah, Cam, if you just look on Simula's tweets, if you have the old tweeters, you will see it there. It's four T6 class catalysts, 7 T6 basic, 7 T3 alpha, and 4 T5 class catalysts for each 7-star rank 2 that you do. But I think the prestige numbers are only a matter of time before they start coming out, let's be honest. I don't think they dropped the 6-star ones till quite late on in terms of the actual prestige numbers when the 6-stars all came out. But I am desperately going to have to shoot off because I'm already late for leaving what I should have been doing. But thank you very much for the stream, people. I really appreciate people coming in. I am going to keep trying to do this more. I know I say it every time and I'm terrible for it, but I need to get better at it. I need to do it more often, and the only way to do it is by actually streaming. So I will be playing again. We've got War later, but I've got a pretty busy day in that tomorrow. So maybe like tomorrow night, maybe I might try and rush and kind of get through as much of this side quest and pick up some decent rewards while I can. And then we'll see where we go from there. But I appreciate everyone. Hope you have the best day, and I will catch you in a bit. See you later, chat.